Alrighty, so it's your boy Zexus. We have LaPlace here. Her name is pronounced LaPlace, but I'm gonna just say LaPlace so we don't have what's it called? Any type of issues here. So it says what's it called? We also have the dev notes, but I'm gonna cover that in the next video. But it says here, disclaimer, similar to Helm, LaPlace's kit was again changed just before the release, so we had to discard all the test results we had. Our impressions, the reviews, and the ratings are all based on the final skill value available at the moment of her release, right? And then you got her art here, she's the SSR, her element is iron, her weapon is a rocket launcher. I'm curious to see what her weapon changes into. I believe it's supposed to be a minigun, but we'll see. She's a burst 3 unit, very good, that's what I wanted for her, because her ultimate, right, it looks like it has a timer, right? Like, so if it was like a burst 1 or 2 ultimate, it would have lost some times from the full burst. I've already explained it multiple times. Her class is attacker, of course, and she's a missileless character. Her skills values are shown for level 10, right? So when you get her skills level 10, then this is the numbers, what it will look like. So her basic attacks affects target enemy, deals 63.13% attack as damage. Charge time is 1 second, which is good because other characters, I believe their charge time is like 1.3, 1.5. Hers is just 1 second, right? So a bit quicker. And then her full charge damage is 1 or 250. Actually, I'm gonna pull up what's it called, another rocket launcher user like Rapunzel, so I can show you guys like the comparison or the difference in her what's it called, where's we'll do noise, I guess, right? But yeah, it's 1.5 for most of these characters, but hers is I guess thing, where's Rapunzel, since hers is 250, I know 1.5 and it's also 250, while hers is only 1 second and it's 250. So that's very good for a rocket launcher user. That's really good. Her skill 1, hero vision, this is a passive, activates when landing a hit with full charge, affects self. Explosion range up 3.57%, stacks up to 5 times and lasts for 5 seconds. So when it says explosion range, you know, when you use a rocket launcher on a group of enemies and attacks all group of enemies, the range will just increase. So if there's more enemies around there, it will just hit them as well, essentially. It's not really increasing her damage, but it's just increasing the range, essentially. So it's pretty good, nothing really too crazy, but it's pretty good. Skill 2, hero bomber, activates when the last bullet hits the target. Affects the target, deals 81.66% of attack as additional damage. Activates when hitting the boss parts, affects the targets, deals 14.78% of attack as additional damage, right? So she's doing essentially, because again, she only really has her basic attack, and then you have her burst attack and then her thing, right? So when the last bullet hits, she's doing an extra 81.66% on top of what's it called, the 63%, which is very good. And then if you're hitting a boss part, let's say, and it's the last target or last bullet, you're going to have 14.78% plus the 81% plus the 63%. And it with full charge of 250, that's gonna hit hard. That's gonna hit, I'm telling you, she's gonna hit hard. Changes weapon in use. So it doesn't say what she changed her weapon to, but I believe it's a minigun. Because it goes from like the rocket launcher, which is the what? How much bullets she has? She has 6. I think she has 6, right? It goes from rockets to like 1,000 bullets, which I think is the only minigun. Her burst skill is 40 seconds. Makes sense. There's no way it was gonna think. Effect self, changes the weapon use. Max damage 897.66% of attack. That is it depends. Like, I'm trying to think of who's another minigun user I can compare that to. That's like an attacker. You got okay, we could use her, I guess. What's hers? Yeah, so the thing is, hers is a lot higher, right? It's 400, it's like 400% up for her. And if we go to like Arya as well, it might be okay, I guess it's not. So I mean, it's 900%. Damage over time, it does as well. It lasts for 5 seconds, 14%. And an additional effect, pierce, affects the enemy, affects the same enemy units when hero vision is fully stacked, which deals 11.9% of attack as true damage. So honestly, I would say she's pretty good, honestly, for the simple reason that she's the only attacker. She's literally like, Vesti is not good, right? She's the only rocket launcher attacker, but she's still I think her tiers or might be right, right, CNC. So I don't think you need to go for dupes, but if you want, I would say go for one copy of her, because again, she's the only rocket launcher like damage dealer, like attacker, I should say. Only a rocket launcher attacker in the game that's really good. Vesti is not that good, and then obviously you don't want to be using the SR, but the SR, her ratings are higher than thing. But I think LAPLACE is gonna come in clutch for here and there, right? She's gonna do mad damage still, but yeah, it's not something you need to think. Let's see her pros and cons. Her burst skill, if used at the wrong moment, will be wasted. Yeah, so that makes sense, right? Underwhelming damage both against multiple enemies and bosses. Yeah, her numbers are pretty low. I think she's gonna do good when she hits that last bullet. Right, I think she's gonna hit decently hard when she hits that last bullet, but overall her damage is gonna be pretty low, right? But yeah, like I said, I'd say you could go for one copy. Honestly, it's a character you can skip. If you want to be honest, it's a character you can skip. I'm probably just gonna go for one copy. We'll see. Her numbers look pretty low here on her ultimate too. Right, so here, her burst. Here's how the burst skill looks in action. It's a lot smaller hits, and transformation skill lasts for 5 seconds, so it's even worse. Than it's not even 10 seconds. So okay, yeah, just go for one. Either skip or go for one copy. If you want every character in the game, go for one copy. If you don't, then skip. This girl's not worth it. 5 seconds is her burst limit. Wow. Her skill lasts for only 5 seconds. Her burst. Wow. Yeah, and this part makes sense too. If she hits 5 seconds and that boss jumps away, because bosses jump away. If the boss jumps away, then you will have wasted it, right? Her rating or her damage. While we try to capture damage comparison between LAPLACE and other burstery characters, mainly Haran, considering that you can't repeat the same stage in campaign and that Haran charge bug is still in place, we can't really show any screenshots. It makes sense. But should you pull? No, just no. Even if you lack a decent AoE character, LAPLACE is just not good enough to make her worth pulling for, or her pitying if your luck is bad. Also, considering that the Christmas is just around the corner and Christmas themed characters could be released right after her. So yeah, it is true. I don't think she is a character you need to summon for. Her numbers are way too low. I thought they would be higher, but they were pretty low. And her her burst lasted for 5 seconds. That's bad, bro. So highly recommend to skip. I am just gonna go for the one copy. We'll see. I'll probably just still go for one copy. Maybe I'll still go for dupes. We'll see. All right, but as of right now, it's not looking too good for her. They really kind of I wish this number was a bit higher and this number was higher. Her burst, maybe if her burst was like 1,200 as well, but we have more use. But again, it changes into a machine gun, I guess, or a minigun. They don't say what it changes into, but I believe it's a minigun because there's just no way. Well, yeah, that's everything for LAPLACE. You guys let me know. And yeah, I don't think you should summon, but that's that. You guys let me know if you're summoning or not, if you do. But yeah, that's that. Kind of disappointed. I wish she was better, not gonna lie. But yeah, that's it. See you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.